What if North Korea decided to modernize its navy, not with better ships, not with better training, but with special service? On paper, 12 women became naval officers. In reality, they became something else entirely. Systematic sexual slavery that the regime publicly denies exists. This testimony was given at the UN just weeks ago. Now let's go back to where it all began. Please let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Every comment fuels our work. Subscribe and like, it means everything. My story begins in winter 2024 at the Wonsan Naval Base. Just a few months ago, I held the rank of lieutenant commander, a high rank, but I wasn't a soldier. I was a sex slave for high-ranking naval officers. They called it special service. Every Friday night, the order came down. Lieutenant Commander Park Sun-mi, report to the Navy Commander's villa tonight. A villa visit? It was a joke. Everyone knew what it meant. When I arrived, the commander would be waiting, drunk. Comrade Sun-mi, you're here. We have foreign guests tonight. Make sure they're well entertained. Foreign guests, Chinese naval generals. I had to smile, pour drinks, sing, dance, and that wasn't the end of it. What happened if I refused? I tried once. The next day, the State Security Department called me in. Park Sun-mi, we're investigating your parents' party loyalty. Your brother won't be a diplomat anymore. Understand? It was blackmail. They held my family hostage. After that, I couldn't refuse. In 2024, North Korea publicly claimed to protect women's rights. The Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un supposedly said to treat female soldiers with care. The propaganda showed happy female officers. All lies. In reality, they exploited us more systematically, more cunningly. I wasn't a special case. At Wonsan Naval Base alone, there were at least 20 women like me. Same thing at Cheongjin Base, Nampo Base. We knew about each other. You could tell from one glance. She's going through it too. I first met Choi Young-mi in October 2024, a lieutenant from Cheongjin. She worked in engineering, maintained engines. Her face was pale. Her eyes were dead. Her hands trembled at lunch. I knew right away. Kim Hye-jin was a military doctor at Wonsan Naval Hospital. She'd graduated from medical school. An elite. At first, she seemed fine. White coat, treating patients, looking professional. But one day I passed her in the hallway. Her eyes were swollen. She'd been crying. One day in November 2024, I was crying in the bathroom. That night had been especially bad. The commander had said, "You have class because you're from Pyongyang." I wanted to die. I looked in the mirror. I couldn't see my face. Just emptiness. The door opened. It was Kim Hye-jin. She looked startled. "Lieutenant Commander." She couldn't finish. I just kept crying. Hye-jin approached carefully. "You too. This happens to you too." That made me cry harder. "You?" I asked. Hye-jin nodded. Tears ran down her face. "I'm a doctor. I save lives. But She couldn't continue. We held each other in that bathroom and wept. That night, Hye-jin said quietly, "There must be others. We're not the only ones." She was right. A few days later, I asked carefully, a female soldier I met at the dock. I could tell from her eyes. "Comrade, have you—" Before I could finish, she started crying. Lee Soo-jin, a captain in communications. "Me too, Lieutenant Commander. It happens to me too. Every Friday." Now there were 3 of us. One by one, we found more. Carefully, secretly, like a code. In warehouses, bathrooms, corners of the dock. By December, 12 of us had gathered. Different units, different roles, different reasons. But one thing was the same. We were all suffering because we were women. Jang Miran was a Marine. She looked the strongest. But she cried as she spoke. They said they selected me for my physical fitness. But it wasn't. It wasn't about fitness. Han Ji-yeon worked for state security. I investigate people, but I can't even report what happens to me. Kang Yun-ju was the youngest, 25. A lieutenant in coastal artillery. "Sisters, I'm not even married yet. What if I can't get married after this?" She cried as she asked. I had no answer. One day in December 2024, all 12 of us met in a warehouse at the dock. It was a cold winter. Our breath came out white. As a lieutenant commander, I naturally became the leader. I said quietly, "We can't live like this." "Then what do we do?" someone asked. "We run," I answered. "We escape." "How?" "By sea. We're Navy. We know how to handle boats." Silence fell. Everyone was scared. Of course. Defection meant execution. 3 generations sent to political prison camps. But Hye-jin spoke up. "You're right. Staying here is death anyway. Then let's all go together, young me said. I'm scared alone, but together we can do it. All 12 of us held hands. Cold hands but warm. Because we had each other. That night we created a code phrase. The sea is calling us. When anyone said this, we'd meet. We named our group Butterfly. We would fly across the sea to freedom. Walking home, I looked up at the sky. Stars were visible. The night sky over Wonson in winter 2024. Will I ever live free under those stars? I wondered. I didn't know then. 5 months later, that dream would come true. From December 2024, our real war began. 12 of us gathered to make plans. But it wasn't easy. Every choice risked our lives. Our first meeting was in the dock warehouse. 11 at night, when everyone was asleep. We spoke in whispers with one flashlight. How do we leave? Anju asked. She was youngest, probably most scared. By sea, I said. Land has minefields and heavy surveillance. But at sea, we have the advantage. We're Navy. Bae Soo-jin nodded. Right. I can operate a small patrol boat. Young me spoke quietly. I handle engines. I can fix any boat. Even make an old one run. Soo-jin added, I'm in communications. I know South Korean Navy frequencies. I can call for rescue. One by one, each shared what they could do. Si-young knew night navigation, so he handled supplies. Hee-jin covered medical. We each had skills. Together it seemed possible. Which boat should we use? Miran asked. Good question. We couldn't use just any boat. I spread out a chart. I'd smuggled it. Patrol boat 368. I think that's our best option. 368? That's a piece of junk, Chae-won said. True. It was 40 years old. That's why it's good. New boats have heavy surveillance. GPS trackers too. But 368 is so old they barely monitor it. That works for us. Young Mi's eyes lit up. I'm assigned to maintain that one. I know the engine condition. I can fix it secretly. Really? Yes, I'll replace parts gradually, fill the fuel tanks. No one will notice. The plan began to take shape. We set departure for May. Why May? The weather would improve, the full moon would help navigation, and we'd be ready by then. From January 2025, we moved into action. Young Mai went to the 368 engine room every day. Just doing inspections, she'd say. Actually, she was secretly repairing it, replacing rusted parts, filling oil, checking ignition. In a month, the engine was working perfectly. I memorized the charts. The shortest route from Wonsan to the NLL in the West Sea. Every night I studied. Which islands to pass, which direction, the distances. I could recite it with my eyes closed. Soo-jin smuggled the radio frequencies, the ones South Korean Navy used. We'll call for rescue with this. She wrote the frequency on a small paper and memorized it. We couldn't risk getting caught, so he gathered food supplies, little by little, 1 can at a time, 1 water bottle, accumulating slowly so no one noticed, hiding them in the 368 cabin. Hye-jin prepared emergency medical supplies. We might get hurt during escape. Painkillers, antiseptics, bandages, only possible because she was a doctor. February and March passed. Preparations progressed smoothly, but it wasn't all smooth. Every Friday, special service continued. Those nights were hell, but we endured. Just a bit longer, just until May. One day in April, young Ara came in badly hurt, bruises on her face. She could barely walk. Ara, what happened? I asked. Ara cried. The deputy commander asked if I was pregnant, told me to get rid of it. Hye-jin examined her in shock. Fortunately, she wasn't pregnant, but Ara kept crying. Sister, I can't do this anymore. I'd rather die. Hearing that, anger surged through me. Rage. Ara, don't die. I gripped her hand tight. Let's escape together. We said wait until late May, right? No, I can't wait. We're moving it up to mid-May. Really? Yes. I can't take it anymore. Let's go soon. The next night, all 12 held an emergency meeting. We're moving the date up. May 20th, the full moon. We leave that night. Everyone agreed. We were ready. Only execution remained. Early May, final checks. Young Me, engine ready. Soo-jin, radio frequency secured. Soo-jin, ship operation practice complete. So-hee's supplies ready. Hye-jin, medical kit prepared. One by one we confirmed. Everything was ready. May 15th, our last meeting. At the dock, where we could see the sea. All 12 sat in a circle. Are we really doing this? Yunju asked in a trembling voice. Yes, we're going, I answered. Are you scared? Yes, really scared. Me too. We're all scared. But you know what? Staying here is scarier. Unju nodded. It was true. We put our hands together. 12 hands. We are butterflies. Butterflies flying across the sea to freedom. Every single one of us will meet again. In the Free Republic of Korea. Yes, everyone answered. That night, returning to quarters, I thought, this might be the last time. This base, this building, this room. I might never see them again. I packed. Actually, there was nothing to pack. I had nothing to take. Just my body. I looked in the mirror. I saw myself wearing Lieutenant Commander insignia. This is the last time. I'll never wear this again. I touched the insignia. I'd worn it for 15 years. Now it was ending. May 19th. D-Day -1. I couldn't sleep. Tomorrow, everything would change. We might live or die. But I had no regrets. It was better than living like this. I looked at the North Korean sky one last time. Stars were twinkling. Tomorrow at this time, I'll be on the sea. Or, I decided not to think about it. I tried to sleep. For tomorrow. May 20, 2025 was dawning. May 20, 2025. That day arrived. A day I'll never forget. 10 at night. All 12 in position. I was at the political department office, young me in the engine room, Soo-jin at communications. Everyone in place. 10:30. I sent the code message. The sea is calling us. We didn't have cell phones, but we had a method. We sent coded messages through internal radio. One by one, confirmation signals came back. Everyone was ready. 11 sharp. We gathered at the dock. Patrol boat 368 was there. Old and rusted, but it was our hope. Young Mai boarded first. I'll check the engine. She started it. Rumble. The engine turned over. Months of secret repairs had paid off. One by one we boarded. My heart pounded. This is it, I thought. Soo-jin went to the bridge. Soo-jin checked the radio equipment. Hye-jin to the medical room. The rest to their positions. Departing, Soo-jin said quietly. We untied the ropes. The boat slowly began to move. We were leaving Wonsan Harbor. I looked back. The base was visible. Lights twinkling. Goodbye, hell. I'll never see you again. It went smoothly. At first, we had departure clearance for night training. Ji-eun from State Security had forged the documents. Patrol Boat 368, night maneuver training. Expected return 3 a.m. By then, we'd be in South Korea. We headed into the East Sea. The sea was calm. The full moon made it bright. Good conditions. See Young helped with navigation. Keep going this direction. According to plan, everything seemed perfect. Then something appeared on radar. Another boat. What's that? Soo-jin asked nervously. It came closer. A North Korean patrol boat, not in our plan. 368, is that you? 368? A radio call came in. We'd been spotted. Soo-jin looked at me. What now? I grabbed the radio. Yes, this is 368. I spoke as calmly as possible. Why are you over there? Training area is the opposite direction. They were suspicious. My mind went blank. What do I say? Torpedo evasion drill. Maneuver practice. Now you have orders? I couldn't answer. We had no orders. They asked again. 368, why aren't you responding? Stop immediately. We were caught. Completely. I had to decide instantly. Go back or keep going. I looked at the faces of all 12. Everyone was trembling with fear. But Ara spoke. Sister, let's go. If we go back, we're dead anyway. Soo-jin, I said. Full speed. Yes. Soo-jin maxed the engine. The boat accelerated. A voice from behind. 368, stop immediately, we'll fire if you don't. Fire? I thought they were bluffing. Would they really shoot? I was wrong. Bang! Gunfire. They were actually shooting. Get down! I shouted. Everyone hit the deck. Bullets rained down. Sounds of them hitting the boat. Bang, bang, bang! My ears rang. Mi-ran screamed. Sisters, are we going to die? No, keep going. Young Mi shouted from the engine room. Maximum output. I can't push it more. But 368 was 40 years old. Slow. 2 patrol boats were chasing from behind. The distance was closing. This won't work, Si-young said. If we keep going east, they'll catch us. Then, detour to the West Sea, around Wonsan toward Haeju. That's farther, but we can lose them. No choice. Okay, to the West Sea! We turned sharply. The boat shook violently. Everyone screamed. But we changed course. Around Wonsan heading west. The patrol boats followed. But in the dark, they couldn't aim precisely. The full moon helped us navigate but also made us visible. Trade-offs. About an hour passed. We were heading toward Haeju past Wonsan. How far to the NLL? I asked. Si-young checked the chart. 50 kilometers. At this speed, 2 hours. 2 hours. More gunfire. Closer this time. Bang, 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 bang! Sounds of hits on the stern. Bridge okay? Yes, fine, Sujin answered. Then a scream. Ah! I turned. Ara. Blood from her back. She'd been shot. Ara! Heejin ran over. Get her to medical. Miran and Chaewon carried Ara to the medical room. Heejin followed. I stayed at the bridge. Someone had to keep the boat going. Sister, will she be okay? Yunju sobbed. She'll be fine. Hyejin's a doctor. I wanted to believe it. That Ara would be okay, but I couldn't be sure. She'd lost so much blood. We kept running. The patrol boats were still behind us. But the distance seemed to be increasing slightly. Engine okay? I radioed young me. Holding, just a bit more. 1 in the morning. We'd been running for 3 hours. Everyone exhausted. But we couldn't stop. The NLL is visible, Seyoung shouted. There, that line. A line appeared ahead. Actually, no visible line, but a marker on radar. The northern limit line. Cross that line and we'd be free. Just a bit more, just a bit. But then a strange sound from the engine. Clack, clack, clack. What's that sound? Young me shouted. The engine. It's damaged. What? Must have been hit. Speed's dropping. The boat slowed. The patrol boats closed in again. Was this really the end? 1 in the morning, May 21st, 2025. We were 5 kilometers from the NLL. Almost there. Just a bit more and we'd be free. But the engine wouldn't cooperate. Young me, what's the situation? I radioed. Young me's voice trembled. Sister, the engine was hit. The fuel line is damaged. Speed keeps dropping. Can you fix it? I don't know. The 2 patrol boats were right behind, just 500 meters away. At this rate, they'd catch us. Sujin, turn on the radio, I shouted. Sujin switched to the South Korean Navy frequency. This is a North Korean vessel. South Korean Navy, please respond. Sujin called out desperately. Brief static, then an answer. This is the Republic of Korea Navy. Identify yourself. We are 12 North Korean female naval officers. We're defecting. We're being pursued. Please help. Her voice shook. The other side paused. Probably couldn't believe it. 12 female officers? Location confirmed. 5 kilometers north of NLL. High-speed boat deploying now? Hold on. Hearing that, tears came. We might survive. But then the engine stopped completely. The rumble cut off abruptly. The boat gradually stopped moving. No, no, Sujin shouted from the bridge. We were just floating on the water. The patrol boats approached rapidly. 368, stop immediately, resist and we'll sink you, the radio shouted. This seemed like the end. Was this it? Young Mai suddenly came up from the engine room, her face black with soot. Sisters, Young Mi, can you fix it? I can't. It's completely broken. Then what? Young Mi looked around at us, at 11 faces, then said quietly, Sisters, go ahead without me. What? I'll hold off the patrol boats. You board the Korean ship. I couldn't understand. Young Mai, what are you saying? We have to go together. We can't. Those patrol boats are coming for us. Someone has to stop them. Then let's find another way. There isn't one, sister. Young Mi smiled, crying. Sister, I'm okay with this. Dying at sea like my father isn't so bad. My father died at sea dreaming of freedom. I'm following him. Young Mi! Heejin ran over and grabbed her. No, we have to go together. Sister, let me go. The Korean boat is coming. I'll buy you time. Meanwhile, you get rescued. How will you stop them? I asked. Young Mai pointed to the engine room. I'll detonate the engine. When the patrol boats get close, that'll disable them too. It made no sense. Detonate the engine? Then Young Mi would also. No. Young Mi, there has to be another way. There isn't. I've already decided. Young Mi held my hand. Sister, live free. Live the life we dreamed of. The South Korean Navy boat appeared. In the distance, lights approaching. But the patrol boats were closer, 200 meters away. Prepare to board, the patrol boat shouted. They were coming for us. Young Mai ran down to the engine room. Young Mi! I tried to follow, but she locked the door. From inside. Open up, Young Mi, open the door. I pounded, but nothing. The radio crackled. Young Mi's voice. Sisters, I love you. Live happily. Live free. And please remember the female soldiers still in North Korea. There are many more like us still there. Young Mi, no. So he screamed through tears. Everyone was crying. Just as the patrol boat pulled alongside, a huge explosion. Boom! The engine exploded. Flames shot up, smoke spread everywhere. The 368 shook violently. One patrol boat was caught in the blast. It pulled back. Young me, young me! I ran to the engine room door, but the flames blocked me. Too much smoke. Young me. No more answers. The South Korean high-speed boat arrived. Everyone quickly over here, soldiers shouted. They threw life jackets. One by one, we jumped into the sea, transferred to the Korean boat. Last, I looked at the 368, a burning boat. The boat with young me. Young me. I'm sorry. Crying, I jumped into the sea. A Korean soldier pulled me up. On the deck of the high-speed boat, 11 of us gathered. Only young me was missing. Hyejin was treating Era. Fortunately, the bullet passed through cleanly, not life-threatening, but we couldn't feel joy. I looked back. The North Korean patrol boat stopped at the NLL. They couldn't chase further. We were on the South Korean side. The 368 was still burning, slowly sinking. Young me. Unju sobbed. Everyone was crying. A Korean Navy soldier put blankets on us. Are you okay? Anyone injured? He asked, but we couldn't answer. Only tears came. You're safe. You're okay now, the soldier said. Safe? We survived, but young me was gone. How could we be okay? But it was because of young me. Young me saved us. The boat moved south, toward Korea, toward freedom. I kept looking back. The 368 grew smaller. Finally, it sank completely. With young me. I'm sorry, young me. So sorry. I muttered to myself, we'll live well. We'll live for your share, too. I promise. 1 in the morning, May 21st, 2025, we gained freedom. But we lost one. 10 in the morning, May 21st, 2025. We arrived at Incheon Airport, not by commercial plane, a special military transport, all 11 together. The door opened. The light was blinding. The sunlight was so bright. We entered the terminal. Wow, I was speechless. It was huge. Nothing like Pyongyang Sunan Airport. Clean, bright, crowded. But what shocked me most were the women. Women in short skirts, women with dyed hair, women wearing heavy makeup, walking freely, laughing, talking on phones. They can. Dress like that? Yunju asked. Seems like it here, Hyejin answered. A woman passed by holding her boyfriend's hand. In public. Unimaginable in North Korea. Women can live like this, I muttered. We drove to the National Intelligence Service. Seoul came into view. Tall buildings, lots of cars, dazzling lights. This is the Republic of Korea. Everyone stared out the windows. We arrived at the NIS building. We had to be questioned. I was nervous. I remembered State Security Department interrogations in North Korea. There, cursing, hitting, threatening were normal. The interrogation room door opened. A woman entered. Looked about 30. Hello, Ms. Park Sun-mi. I'm Kim Min-jung, your assigned investigator. She used honorifics. To me? Please sit comfortably. She indicated a chair. Coffee or tea? No, thank you. I couldn't believe it. An investigator offering me coffee? You're very nervous. It's okay. Take your time. She smiled. State security in North Korea was different. They'd shout, sit, bang the desk, threaten, talk fast. I thought that was normal. The questioning began. How did you defect? She asked. I told her. Seizing the boat, being pursued, young me's sacrifice. Everything. The investigator wiped away tears. You're truly remarkable. After about 2 hours, I came out. Hyejin asked, how was it? Strange. What? No cursing, no hitting. They used honorifics. Me too. It was odd. The next day, we were transferred to Armed Forces Hospital for health examinations. Ara needed treatment for her gunshot wound, too. The hospital was big, clean and modern. Walking down a corridor, I saw a female soldier wearing a white coat, lieutenant insignia, a military doctor. She approached us. Hello. You've been through so much, haven't you? She smiled. You're safe now. Don't worry. Still using honorifics. Strange. Excuse me, what's your rank? Me? Lieutenant? Why? I froze. I was a lieutenant commander. A major. Much higher than a lieutenant. But a lieutenant was using honorifics with me. In North Korea, a lieutenant seeing a lieutenant commander would tremble and salute. Honorifics were mandatory. Oh, nothing, I answered. But my mind was confused. Is this normal? Lower rank using honorifics? Is North Korea strange, or is this strange? After the exam, we went to the ward. All 11 shared one room. Lunchtime came. Meals are in the cafeteria. I'll show you, a nurse said. We went to the cafeteria. Female soldiers were there, sitting with male soldiers, eating together. Unimaginable in North Korea. Men and women eating together? We received meal trays. Rice, soup, 6 side dishes. This is all ours? Miran asked. Yes, of course, a soldier said, smiling. I watched the female soldiers at the next table, casually talking with male soldiers. One joked with a male soldier, Sergeant, your hair looks weird today. Everyone laughed. The female soldier even had lower rank, but she joked. Even more surprising, a pregnant female soldier was there, with a visible belly, wearing her uniform, eating. That woman. She's pregnant but still in the military? Yeah, strange. In North Korea, pregnancy meant immediate discharge. After eating, we heard about a lounge. It's a women-only lounge, the nurse said, opening the door. I walked in and my breath stopped. There were sofas, a vanity too, a big mirror on the wall, bright lighting, several lockers, personal lockers, for female soldiers' belongings. I went to the vanity. Something was on it. I looked closer. Lotion. Toner, lotion, essence, cream. Cosmetics lined up. I reached out and touched the lotion, opened the cap. It smelled nice. Whose is this? I asked carefully. It's communal. Female soldiers can use it freely. Next to it was a basket. I looked inside. Sanitary pads. Various types filled to the brim. Heavy flow, regular, light. You could choose. These too are free? Yes, take what you need. A bulletin board on the wall. Notices posted. Parental leave information. Maternity leave application. Female soldier welfare programs. I couldn't read them because tears came. I sat at the vanity, looked in the mirror. I saw my face. Rough, scarred, aged. I put lotion on my hands. It was soft. Tears fell, streaming down. I couldn't stop. A Korean female corporal nearby approached, concerned. Oh my, are you okay? Are you hurt? I shook my head. It wasn't pain. Just too many emotions at once. I'm okay. No, I'm not okay, I said through tears. I spoke in a trembling voice. I served in the military for 15 years, in the North Korean Navy. Yes, the corporal listened quietly. But I never once got proper sanitary pads. My voice choked. Getting 1 or 2 a month was lucky. Cosmetics? I didn't even know what they were. The senior officers. I couldn't continue. Tears burst out. They didn't see me as a soldier, just as a woman. No, not even a woman. An object. The corporal cried too. Sister, she patted my shoulder. But here, I pointed to the vanity. Here they treat women as soldiers. They give sanitary pads, cosmetics, parental leave. Haya Jin was crying next to me. Sujin too, Miran. All 11 crying. 15, 20 years of held tears poured out. That night I lay in the hospital bed, looked at the ceiling, white ceiling. A clean, warm room. We really made it to Korea, Yunju muttered. Yeah, we did, I answered. Here, women are people too. They're treated as soldiers. They use honorifics. Sanitary pads are free too. I looked out the window. Seoul's night view. Lights twinkling. The Republic of Korea in 2025. Where we'd risked our lives to reach. This is freedom. This is the real world. June 15th, 2025, we went to Busan. The Korean Navy invited us. We'd like to show you our ships. I didn't understand. Just a tour of ships? We arrived at Busan Naval Operations Command dock. A ship came into view. Actually too big to call a ship. Is that a ship? Yunju's jaw dropped. It was enormous. The Sejong the Great. A 7,000-ton Aegis destroyer, an escort officer said. 7,000 tons? Our 368 was 300 tons. More than 20 times bigger. That's a real warship, Miran muttered. We climbed the gangway onto the ship. The deck was wide. North Korean patrol boats felt cramped with 10 people, but here 100 could stand comfortably. Sisters, there's no smell here, so he said. Right. North Korean ships always smelled of oil and rust. This was clean. We went inside. The corridor was bright. Fluorescent lights shining, walls clean. North Korean ships were dark and rusted. It's like a hotel, Ara said. Yeah, more like a hotel than a ship. Walking, I saw a female soldier, wearing work clothes, operating something. I got closer. It was a weapons system. What's that female soldier doing? I asked. She's the gun systems officer. A lieutenant. A woman. Operates weapons? I couldn't believe it. In North Korea, women weren't even allowed on ships, let alone weapons. Yes, of course. About 30 female soldiers serve on this ship. 30? We walked further and saw more female soldiers. 1, 2, 3. Really many. All working naturally. That many women can serve on a ship. Hyojin marveled. The captain is waiting, the escort said. We went to the captain's quarters. Knocked. Come in, a woman's voice answered. The door opened. A woman came out, wearing commander insignia. I froze. A woman came from the captain's quarters? The secretary? Hello, I'm Captain Kim Ji-yeon commanding this ship. What? I doubted my ears. You're the captain? Yes, appointed last year. She smiled and offered a handshake. My hand trembled as I shook hers. A woman captain of a 7,000-ton ship? Women can be captains, I blurted out. I knew it was rude but was too shocked. Yes, of course. It's 2025. The captain smiled. I command a crew of 300 people. A woman commands. Yes, 270 men, 30 women, all under my command. She said it as if obvious. Shocking. Unimaginable in North Korea. You're amazing. I had no words. The captain gripped my hand. No, you're more amazing. You crossed the sea risking your lives. You're truly brave. The ship tour began. Let me show you the women's quarters first. We walked down a corridor and she opened a door. The female sleeping quarters. My jaw dropped. Bunk beds with curtains around each for privacy. Small desks and lights beside each bed. This is inside a ship? Yes, female soldiers rest here. About 6 per room, but personal space is guaranteed. North Korean ships just had blankets on the floor. This is so nice. Want to see the bathrooms and showers? We went to the next room. She opened the door. A clean bathroom appeared. 4 sinks, a large mirror. Showers are this way. She opened the shower door. 6 individual shower stalls with partitions. Private showers? Yes, for privacy. In North Korea, female soldiers didn't even have proper places to wash. There's also a locker room. The next room. We entered and saw rows of lockers. And a vanity, bigger than the one at the Armed Forces Hospital. Cosmetics on the vanity, too. These cosmetics? Communal. You need skincare on long deployments. The ship provides it. Soo-jin touched the lotion. The ship provides even this? Of course. Female soldiers are crew members, too. That hit home. Female soldiers are crew members, too. An obvious statement, but not obvious in North Korea. Lunchtime came. Let's eat in the officers' mess. We followed. The dining hall was spacious. Male and female soldiers sitting mixed together, talking naturally, laughing. We sat too. Received meal trays. The food was generous. Rice, soup, meat, fish, salad. This is all military food? Miran was amazed. A female lieutenant at the next table joked with a male captain. Captain, you dozed off during night watch yesterday, right? I saw everything. The man laughed. Caught me. Thanks for waking me up, Lieutenant. A lower-ranking female soldier joking with a higher-ranking male soldier. And he thanked her. Respectful atmosphere. Here, female soldiers are real colleagues. After eating, a female commander approached our table. The executive officer. Hello. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? We were North Korean Navy. Wow, really? That's incredible. How hard it must have been. Hee-jin said quietly, We weren't soldiers. What do you mean? Only soldiers in name. Actually, tears came. We were sex slaves. The area went quiet. Female soldiers at other tables were listening too. I spoke. We weren't female soldiers. We were entertainment for senior officers. Called to villas every Friday. Soo-jin added, If we refused, they threatened to kill our families. We weren't people. We were objects. Ara cried. They beat me, asked if I was pregnant, told me to abort. Ji-yeon spoke. I worked for state security but was victimized too. Female soldiers weren't treated as human. Miran cried. I wore a uniform for 15 years but was never once treated as a soldier. The mess hall was silent. Korean female soldiers were crying. One approached and held Hyejin's hand. Sister, I'm so sorry. Fellow female soldiers. In the same year, 2025. The XO wiped her tears. I can't believe it. That this still happens. Other female soldiers were crying too. The captain stood before us. Solemn expression. Everyone listen carefully. In the Republic of Korea Navy, female soldiers are full soldiers. Sexual violence is a serious crime. Perpetrators are severely punished. Victims thoroughly protected. This ship has a sexual violence counseling center. Female counselors available 247. Victims never suffer disadvantage. This is the 2025 Rock Navy. She continued. One more thing. 20 years ago, I couldn't dream of being a female captain. A woman commanding a ship? Everyone laughed. But now I'm here, commanding 300 crew. You can do it too. Here, women can become anything. Captain, Admiral, anything possible. This is the Free Republic of Korea. In that moment, all 11 cried simultaneously, holding each other, crying aloud. Korean female soldiers cried with us. The captain shed tears too. We went out to the deck. The sea was visible. The blue sea. The sea we crossed on May 21st. Young me, I called. Did you see? This is a real navy. A real military. A world where women become captains. What were we for 15 years, Sunmi said. We thought we were soldiers. Even a private here had it better than us, Sujin said. Same female soldiers, but so different, so he cried. Women become captains here, Yunju said through tears. Yeah, women command ships. Women operate weapons. Women are treated as soldiers. That day we understood clearly. Where we'd been for 15 years was hell. This was the real world. Late June 2025, we entered Hanwon, a center where North Korean defectors learn about life in South Korea. Usually 3 months of education. Our group of 11 was special. A collective naval defection. I remember the first day orientation. Other defectors stared at us. Those are the female naval officers. There were 12 but one. They crossed the sea? Whispers. It was burdensome. Becoming famous. It was all over the news. 2025's biggest defection. 12 female naval officers' collective defection. One sacrifice saving comrades. Every news outlet covered our story. At first, other defectors kept their distance. They're from Pyongyang. They looked down on us. Such reactions. I understood. We might have been perpetrators. But when we told our story, things changed. The sexual exploitation, being slaves, not soldiers, having no choice but to run. Everyone listened, crying. You were victims too. How hard that must have been. We gradually became closer. A woman from Hamgyong province said to Hyejin, Doctor, you're a doctor, right? Please examine me. Hyejin smiled and checked her. Go to the hospital. You can get treatment. A male defector asked, You really piloted the boat? Sujin answered, Yes, Patrol Boat 368. Impressive. Women. Being women doesn't mean we can't. Early July, interview requests poured in. Domestic broadcasts plus CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera. The whole world is paying attention, the Hanwon staff said. We debated, should we or not? Showing our faces could endanger family members still in North Korea. But Jiyeon said, if we don't speak, no one knows how North Korean women live. We decided to do interviews, faces hidden. July 15th, a broadcaster came. We stood before cameras, trembling, but we spoke. We were officers in name only, actually sex slaves, the reporter asked. This happens even in 2025? Yes, it's happening now. I was there until May, just 2 months ago. After the broadcast aired, the response was huge. In 2025, this happens. So shocking, brave women. Thousands of comments. Foreign media covered it too. North Korean female officers escape. Sex slavery in 2025. The UN contacted us. The special rapporteur on North Korean human rights wants to meet. Late July, we met in Seoul. A foreign woman. She cried hearing our story. Will you testify at the UN? Yes, we will, I answered. For North Korean women. We scheduled Geneva for September. All 11 of us. We would tell the world. August. Hanwon graduation approached. Each planned what to do next. Sunmi wanted to be a counselor for defector women. I'll help people like us. Hyejin planned to retake her medical license. I need to pass the Korean exam. It's hard, but I'll do it. I want to be an OBGYN, treat sexual violence victims. Sujin applied for Navy Reserve integration. I know how to pilot boats. I want to help the Korean Navy. The Navy welcomed her. Experience is valuable. Miran wanted to be a Marine Corps fitness instructor. Use my physical strength to teach juniors. Jiyeon decided to become a North Korean human rights activist. I was in state security. I want to expose the internal reality. Si-young was studying for a navigator's license. I want to work for a Korean shipping company. Ara wanted to live normally. I'll work at a cafe and adapt slowly. So he wanted to be a teacher. Unju was youngest. Sister, I want to go to college. Good, what major? Marine science. I want to study the sea that saved us. I almost cried. Su Jin was preparing for a shipping company job. Che Wan applied to the Coast Guard. I want to rescue people at sea. People escaping like us. August 20th. Hanawan graduation ceremony. We'd completed 3 months of education. We received certificates. All 11 stood together. Congratulations. You are now citizens of the Republic of Korea. That evening, we went to Haeundae and Busan. All 11 together. The sea was visible. The same sea we crossed on May 21st. Young Mi. When I called her name, everyone cried. We bought a bouquet. 12 white roses. We floated them on the sea one by one. Young Mi, we graduated. We'll live well, as promised. Thank you, really thank you. The waves took the flowers. They drifted far and disappeared. I looked at the sky. Stars were starting to appear. Maybe Young Mi is up there, Anju said. Yeah, she must be. Let's make a promise, I said. Every May 20th we meet here. Remembering Young Mi. Yes, everyone answered. And let's live well. For Young Mi's share too. Late August, we each found apartments. With government support. My first home in my own name. A small studio, but it felt like heaven. I locked the door and thought, this is my space. Really mine. Early September, our first gathering. At a cafe in Seoul. All 11 met. Wearing civilian clothes. Not uniforms. Regular clothes. We look different, Yunju said. Right. We look different. Life in our faces, more smiles, something freer. We got prettier, Miran laughed. Everyone laughed. Hyejin said, if you're struggling, call any time. We're family. Right, Sunmi said. We're family who crossed the sea together. Never forget. Mid-September, the Korean Navy contacted us. We'd like to build a memorial for Lieutenant Choi Young-mi. I was grateful. October 15th, an unveiling ceremony at Busan Naval Base. The memorial read, Remembering Lieutenant Choi Young-mi, who saved 11 lives through sacrifice. May 21, 2025, all 11 laid flowers. Crying, the Navy Honor Guard saluted. Many female soldiers, too. The captain spoke. Lieutenant Choi Young-mi was a true soldier, a hero who gave her life for her comrades. That night in quarters, I thought, we're doing well, Young-mi. You'd be proud. I looked out the window. Autumn 2025, the night sky of the Free Republic of Korea. This was the beginning. Our real lives. September 2025, we went to Geneva, Switzerland, to testify before the UN Human Rights Council. All 11 together. We took an airplane for the first time. Unimaginable in North Korea. The conference hall was huge. Representatives from many countries sat there. I felt their eyes on us. I stood at the microphone, trembling, but I had to do this. For Young Mai, for the female soldiers still in North Korea. Hello, I'm Park Sunmi. Until May 20th, 2025, I was a lieutenant commander in the North Korean Navy. I began. Until just 4 months ago, I wasn't a soldier. I was a sex slave. The hall went silent. I continued. There were 12 of us, from different naval units suffering the same pain. In 2025, an era of AI and space travel, we weren't treated as human. Hyejin testified. I was a doctor, someone who saves lives. But in North Korea, I was an entertainment officer for senior commanders. If we refused, they threatened to kill our families. Soo-jin spoke. We seized a boat and crossed the sea. One of us sacrificed herself to save us. Lieutenant Choi Young-mi detonated the engine to stop the pursuit boats so we could gain freedom. Ara testified. I was shot. I still have a bullet scar on my back. But I survived. The South Korean Navy rescued me. I got treatment and survived in the Free Republic of Korea. Country representatives asked questions. Is this still happening in 2025? Yes, right now. At the Wonsan Naval Base where I left, my colleagues are still there, suffering the same way. What does the North Korean government say? They claim to protect women's rights. Complete lies. They're systematically exploiting us sexually. The testimony ended. Applause erupted. Some stood applauding. All 11 held each other. We did it. Young Mi would be proud. Late September, we returned to Korea. Reporters filled the airport. How was the UN testimony? What's North Korea's reaction? Questions poured out. The whole world knows now how North Korean women live. October. Each started new lives. Sunmi began working at a defector women's counseling center. Her first client asked, You came from North Korea too? Yes, in May. That's recent. How are you already a counselor? I want to share what I went through. Hyejin was preparing for medical exams, studying at the library every day. It's killing me, she complained but didn't give up. I'll definitely become an OBGYN. I want to help North Korean women. Soo-jin integrated into Navy reserves. Sometimes she lectures at Busan Naval Base about North Korean naval tactics. I was there 15 years, so I know well. Hope it helps the Korean Navy. Miran started as an intern at a Marine Corps gym. It's hard but good. Exercise makes me happy. In North Korea, even exercise was an order. Here, it's joy. Ji-eun works at a North Korean human rights organization. She gives many lectures. It's ironic I'm denouncing North Korea after being in state security, right? But that's why I can speak vividly about it. Seong attends navigator school. Ara works at a small cafe. Sister, a customer asked today where I'm from. When I said North Korea, they were shocked. Really? Yeah, but they were kind. So he is preparing for teacher's college. Yoonju is preparing for university entrance exams. Soo-jin goes to shipping company interviews. Chaewon studies for Coast Guard exams. One day in October, all 11 met. At a restaurant in Seoul's Myeongdong, we ate his samgyeopsal. This is really good, Miran shouted. We never saw pork in North Korea. We've been here 5 months, Yoonju said. Right, already 5 months. Time flew. 5 months since stepping on Korean soil on May 21st. Have we changed a lot? Hyejin asked. Yeah, a lot, I answered. At first everything was scary. Now it's getting familiar. Taking the subway, going to convenience stores. I still sometimes dream, Ara said. About being in North Korea. When I wake up, I'm relieved. Ah, it was a dream. I'm in Korea. Me too, several agreed. You miss young me a lot, right? So he said. Everyone nodded. Yeah, every day. Whenever I see the sea. Thank you, young me. Thank you every day. Early November, we were invited to ROK Navy Day, all 11. A big event at Busan Naval Base. Military band, ship displays, spectacular. We boarded the Sejong the Great again. Captain Kim Ji-yeon greeted us. Welcome back. How are you adjusting? Well, thanks to you. Good. Our female junior officers look up to you as role models. Really? Yes, they say I want to be brave like them. Female applicants increased. Your influence. That evening we went to Hyundai again. Where the sea is. Where young me is. We'd bought flowers again. 12 white roses. Floating them on the sea, I said, Young me, we're living well. Using the freedom you gave us well. We testified at the UN. The whole world knows now how North Korean women live. You have a memorial. The Korean Navy built it. It says a hero who saved 11 lives through sacrifice. You're a hero. We're keeping our promise. Living well. Living proudly. No more watching others' reactions. Doing what we want, dreaming, laughing. The waves took the flowers. I looked at the sky. Stars twinkling. Young Mai must be up there. Yeah, watching over us. Mid-November, a media company contacted us. We want to make a documentary about your story. We thought about it. Should we? Let's do it, Jian said. More people need to know. Filming began. They filmed our daily lives. Hyejin studying, Miran exercising, Soo-jin lecturing at the naval base. Ordinary daily life, but meaningful. The final interview. I represented us. Ms. Park Sunmi, it's been 6 months since you came to Korea. How do you feel? I'm grateful every day. When I wake up, I think I'm free today, because I know what's obvious isn't obvious. Anything you want to say to people in North Korea? Yes. Right now, countless female soldiers in North Korea are suffering like we did. Because they're women, because they're seen as weak. But we proved it. Women are strong. Women can pilot boats. Together we can even cross seas. What would you say to Korean citizens? Don't take freedom for granted. Don't forget how precious this country is, where women can live proudly. And remember North Korea. Many people there are still suffering. Finally, anything you'd like to say to Lieutenant Choi Young-mi, who sacrificed herself? Tears came. I tried to hold them but couldn't. Young-mi, thank you. Really thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here. We'll live well. We'll live for your share. We'll never forget you. We'll live the freedom you dreamed of. I love you, Young-mi. December came. 2025 was almost over. 6 months ago, we were in North Korea. Now we're here. Unbelievable. On Christmas, we met again, all 11. A small party. Cake exchanging gifts. North Korea doesn't have Christmas, Yoonju said. Yeah, here they celebrate. This is nice. What do you want to do next year? Hyejin asked. Each answered. I want to pass the exam. I want to go to college. I want to get a job. We'll all be fine, I said. It'll be hard, but we're together. We can do it. We're butterflies who cross the sea. We can do anything. Night deepened. I looked out the window. Seoul's night view was visible, lights twinkling. A night in the Republic of Korea 2025. We made it this far. Our 12 butterflies crossed the sea. One flew to heaven, but 11 are alive here, living well. This is just the beginning. Our real life. Free life, proud life. Life we choose. Young Mai, you're watching, right? We're doing well. In the Free Republic of Korea in 2025, our 12 butterflies are still flying. A star twinkled in the sky outside. It looked like young me, like she was smiling. The butterflies are still flying. Until all North Korean women are free, we will keep flying. On-screen text. This story is based on events that occurred on May 20th, 2025. The 11 female officers are now living new lives in the Republic of Korea. We remember Lieutenant Choi Young-mi for all North Korean women.